no intention of hurting her.
Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2. Let me make sure it's actually connected to the audio. It seems to be. Can y'all hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's your boy Denzel coming out of the zoo. Carol City, what I breathe. Dissect the flow so you can see what I bleed. Put it all together and it forms to one thing. I'm on my crag and Lennox is so incredible. Looking at your face is so regrettable. Better something your mother gotta rush you to the medical. Hey everybody, it's Awesome Ender Guy. Welcome to another video, and today I am going to be sharing with you my top 50 songs of the year 2020, the worst year to ever exist. Now, despite that it is the worst year to ever exist, we still got some pretty entertaining music out of it. I can take these off now. We still got some pretty entertaining music out of it. You know, it is what it is. The year happened. Every year happens, but 2020 especially happened. But anyway, so yeah, we had some pretty entertaining and jarring musical moments this year. You know, despite the fact that, you know, the pandemic and everything else that was going on made it nearly impossible for artists to release music, mainly the bigger artists, because, you know, everybody was waiting on new music, man. We were all waiting on that Kendrick album. We were waiting, if I can speak English, J. Cole's album. We were waiting on everybody's album. 2021 will be better. I know we're already starting off with the bull crap, right? But it will be better. Okay? Now, I don't want to say that and be wrong, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All right? Everybody's saying that, so we can all be wrong together. As long as we're together, it'll be okay. I'm going to be sharing with you, as I said before, my top 50 songs of 2020. Where's my what? Wow, it's all the way over there. It's too far. I can't do it. Y'all ready for this? I'm ready. I know I'm ready, but are you ready to get started with this list? There's a lot of stuff on here. So we're gonna begin in 3, 2, 1. Go. It starts out a little rough, just a little bit, but bear with me, right? So at number 50, I have "Pardon Me" by Lil Yachty. Now I know, Lil Yachty. You may not think Lil Yachty is year-end list worthy, right? I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he's not, because I think he's definitely capable of putting something much more cohesive than Lil Boat 3 together. Future dominates this entire song. This is literally a Future song with Lil Yachty feature. I know probably a lot of people are saying that. That's basically what it is. Like, Future dominates this entire song. The little whistling effect that he does during his verse, his vocal inflections, the hook is so smooth. It transitions perfectly into everybody's verses. Lil Yachty doesn't have a bad verse either. He doesn't bog down the song too much. You know, it's not really anything as entertaining as what Future brought to the table on this song. If he had dropped a High of Life Deluxe, this could have been on the Deluxe, and I would have been okay with it. At number 49, we have Noval Rich. Clown me if I'm spelling that wrong, but yeah, or pronouncing that wrong. Wow. Noval Rich by RMR. Now, RMR is an artist who I found through Zach Fox. I'm not saying I spoke to Zach Fox directly, obviously, but I was looking at his Instagram story one day, and he posted RMR's Rascal music video. It was like a rendition of a Rascal Flatts song, I think. I don't know what song. I was like, what the heck is this? A bunch of people in the music video, but it was him and a bunch of other people posted up with a bunch of rifles, and they had masks on, and it was just the scariest sight. And then you heard the song, and it was just like, bro, why would you think this energy would match with the energy of this song. Like, what the song is like has a sad tone to it, and then you just look at the music video and you're just like, what are we doing? Definitely an interesting character, but on this song specifically, Noval Rich, he has the instrumental is great. His vocals sound really nice. Really, they're really bright. It's like you can almost call him a singer. I don't know if he refers himself as a singer or a rapper or just an artist, but definitely has the vocals of a singer rather than a
trap rap singer.
Yeah, I love the guitar that's being looped in the background along with the beat. The drums hit hard. Number 48, we have Gospel Yanga by D Smoke and Snoop Dogg. D Smoke, we know D Smoke. I keep moving the mic. This is new to me, so bear with me, right? But we're gonna get this figured out. We're gonna get this angle figured out too, cause this is not. Don't ignore my bag back there, cause that's not even supposed to be there. Like, it wasn't supposed to make an appearance. We know D Smoke from Rhythm and Flow. Shortly after, he dropped his debut album, Black Habits, and it was a very lengthy album, but it wasn't bad. It was filled with soul. Had some bit of R&B, jazz inspired. Definitely sounds like Kendrick Lamar on a lot of moments on this album. I'm sure he realizes that. Gospel Yanga is definitely one of the highlights on that album for me. Does his job, it gets in, it gets out. He says what he feels he needs to say. Snoop Dogg does his thing on the hook. Snoop Dogg is perfect for this hook, bro. I love the choir-like vocals in the background. At number 47, we have The Bigger Picture by Lil Baby. This is one of the anthems, or one of the first anthems that was released in 2020 in support of the riots and the protests and everything else that was going on at the time during the summer. This was one of those songs. It was meant to motivate people. I hope that we'll get more content like this from Lil Baby in the future. You know, more mature, more forward-thinking content. Number 46, we have Long Nights by Black. Now, when I tell y'all, hold up, let me get my speaker. Y'all really don't know. We'll find out. I'm so sorry. My shirt just, like, tugged and hugged at the mic for no reason at all. Do you hear Ari Lennox in the background, bro? Oh, my God. Maybe one of the kids just... This man Black is so smooth, bro. The song is just a vibe. You know, you can play it for, you know, an occasion. I'm not going to specify on what kind of occasion, but you know what occasion. If you heard the song, you know what occasion. Very smooth, very sensual. Ari Lennox background vocals are like just icing on the cake. Hey, I'm just eating. This song, I'm just eating like he's flowing. The saxophone in the background, I don't know if that's a saxophone. It's some kind of woodwind instrument, I believe. But that's definitely more icing on the cake, and the sprinkles, and then the cherry on top. If the album sounds anything like this, you might want to go ahead and do this. At number 45, we have The Greatest by Rod Wave, A Poignant Taste of Victory. One thing I will note about this song, though, is that it sounds exactly how the cover art looks. Like, you can listen to the song and then listen to the song and look at the cover art at the same time. You're just like, bro, I feel you. I haven't been what you've been through, but I feel you. When songs take you to that kind of place where you can feel what they're talking about, and then the cover art, which doesn't really affect the quality of the music in general, but the cover art, it's not anything crazy either. But it's just like, bro is standing up on stage with everybody has their flashlights on, and he's just singing his heart out. And he's doing the exact same thing on The Greatest. He's doing it all over that album that he dropped, but specifically on The Greatest. I feel you. I'm happy you made it out. I'm going to celebrate with you if you're making music like this. At number 44 more by Logic. No, I'm kidding. Letters to Nipsey by Meek Mill. You know what the song is about just by looking at the title. Features Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch's hook is fantastic. His vocals across this whole thing are amazing. They sound really good. Yeah, Meek Mill and Roddy Ricch both deliver really remorseful, really heartfelt verses about how they missed their friend and how they thought the timing of their friend's demise was really messed up. Specifically, Meek Mill refers to that, and about how they continue to carry on his legacy for generations and generations to come. Number 43, we have Making Bad Decisions by B. Miller. The beginning of the song, bro. I'm so impulsive to fall. The second I get bored, I switch it up. Oh my god. What more do you need to hear? What more do you need to hear? I'm not gonna spoil the rest of the song for you. I already spoiled like 30 seconds of it. You go listen to it yourself and see how it turns out. Go listen to that whole project, bro. Elated is definitely one of my favorite projects of this year, bro, because she has really matured. And like I was saying with Lil Baby, I really respect the maturity and the growth. This is probably my favorite B. Miller project. It doesn't sound like a stretch. But go check that song out, bro. Seriously. Making Bad Decisions by B. Miller. Number 42 is SMH by Mavi. Now this dropped a little late in the year, but it still ended up making the list because it's such a great song. It's not like it dropped in December or anything. It dropped in October or early September, I believe. Mavi's flow is crazy. He just goes like he knows where to fit. He knows what pockets to slide in. He knows what works and what doesn't. And it's just like, I'm excited for that album. Smooth, groovy, the fire flame flow, music. and yeah, that's about it. Number 41 is Lockdown by Anderson .Paak. I'm only at 41. Lockdown by Anderson .Paak is another anthem for the rioters and the protesters, or maybe not anthem, but it was meant to be a piece of encouragement for the rioters and the protesters, or everyone and the activists that were in the streets, fighting for their cause. And this song is very low key, right? It's very low key. There's not too much going on. But at the same time, there's a lot going on. The loudest one in the room is the most insecure, or something like that, something to that effect. Well, this song is the exact opposite. So I really love how this song is just able to create a moment. I just love when an artist can like just get on the mic, just speak about their, the things that they care about in such a low tone. It still feels like something heavy, even though he's not putting too much energy into his rapping or his singing, or he's not putting too much emphasis on vocal inflections. Even though you're not like saying it passionately, we know what's going on, so we feel you because we know what you're talking about. It's that kind of thing. At number 40, we have Chica with Designer. She's an artist from Alabama. I found out about her, I listened to one of her songs maybe mid last year. I didn't know that I'd heard one of her songs, but like a few months later, I saw her on the XXL cover, and I went back to listen to her Industry Games EP, and I heard Designer, and I was like, this sounds familiar. And it was the song that I had heard a few months prior. But I don't really know where her career is going at this point, because she already seems like, I don't know if she signed to a record label or not, but I don't know anything, right? But I do know that she makes good music. But Designer specifically is my favorite song of hers. The soul sample throughout the song that's being played throughout the song and chopped in all these different ways. It's not anything crazy, but it sounds beautiful. It perfectly sets the tone for the song, and I love the hook. It's repetitive, but it works. Number 39 is When to Say When by Drake. Now, I was going to put Laugh Now, Cry Later on here until I remembered this one bar that Drake had. How you get hype off one hit, do it again. When Drake said it, I felt it. It was crazy. It was a crazy time. I don't know what I'm staring at, but it was a crazy time. At number 38, we have $500 Ounces by Westside Gunn, the Rock Marciano verse, and Freddie Gibbs too, because Freddie Gibbs has some really good bars on here. But Westside Gunn shines on here too. I really like his placement in the song at the end, because if he had gone first, I probably would have forgotten he was there. The Alchemist did his thing on this one. This instrumental is beautiful. It's so lavish, but it's grimy at the same time a little bit. You're drinking a cup of wine at a really fancy restaurant. Yeah, restaurant. You're drinking a cup of wine at a really fancy restaurant, sitting there across the table. You know, you got your other homies eating pasta, enjoying life, and you're just sitting here at the end of the table in the center, you know, sipping your wine, thinking about what you did to get here. And it's just like, bro, I'm really here. Like, I'm really here. Now, Rock Marciano's verse does deviate from that narrative a little bit. It's still a great verse. Like I said Mark Rossiano. What the Hey yo, get this man some help. Get Rock Marciano some help, cause he went crazy on this verse. Number 37, we have Walk 'Em Down by Enerly Choppa. At number 36, we have Greedy by Guapdad 4000. Guapdad 4000 absolutely runs this track. He's literally running from the police after he just stole something. But he goes on this song. And the instrumental is great, and he produced it himself. Like, bro I didn't know bro was a producer, but he is, and he's a great producer. At number 35, we have The Smartest Intro by T Grizzly. All right, anyway, so you saw the vibes, right? The song is hard. That's it. At number 34, we have Sons and Critics Freestyle by Baby Keem. I wasn't a huge fan of this song at first, but it definitely grew on me really quickly because of how much energy it has, how much momentum it has. Hooligans sucks. No, I'm kidding. It was a joke. Relax yourself. Sons and Critics is just slightly better to me. At number 33, we have Dollar Dr. Dream by Fly Seafood. Fly Seafood, which is Pink Seafood and Fly Anakin. While I'm not a huge fan of their verses, literally the only reason I put this song on here is because of the piano. The piano. At number 32, we have To Unplug by Liv. I wasn't a big fan of Couldn't Wait to Tell You as a whole, but I did like quite a few songs off of it. And To Unplug is definitely my favorite song on the entire album because the instrumental is just like, she's just standing on top of a whirlpool. Like, maybe an exaggeration, right?
Nothing can stop her on the song. She's talking about, boys taking her money and like never paying back, something like that. I don't remember what the song's about, honestly.
Judging by the title, like she's trying to unplug from all of the bad habits she used to have. You know, she used to lend a lot of people stuff, specifically money. I don't know. Oh yeah, this. Oh my god. She said losing her money, so I was right. But anyway, yeah, I was kind of right with the whirlpool thing. Shut up. At number 31, we have Need You by Emmanuel. Shout out to my friend for putting me on to Emmanuel because I never would have heard this gorgeous song. This song is the epitome of my love life. Non-existent, but that's besides the point, right? So, I feel I need you to... I'm not going to try to hit that note because I don't want to ruin the song. That song is a little over dramatic, if I'm being honest, but it's still beautiful, bro. That doesn't take anything away because, that's how you feel. It feels theatrical, feels like you're in a freaking Shakespearean play. I believe there's an acoustic version as well. I haven't heard, or maybe I have heard it. I just don't remember what it sounds. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I do. Now the original version is better. There's a song by him called Addiction. I love that song as well. Go check that one out if you haven't. It didn't make the list, but go check Addiction out as well. Incredible. Number 30, we have High Heels by Brandy and her daughter, Sarai. The fact that Brandy made a song with her daughter about her teaching her daughter how to ignore criticism or ignore, baseless criticism and just ignoring hate, ignoring any slander on your name. Okay, so I kind of screwed it up here, but what I meant was, Brandy was teaching her daughter, or Brandy got on a song that was about teaching her daughter to not just ignore criticism, but to use it as a weapon and use it as fuel to make art or to do what you love to do. And the fact that Brandy made a song about that with her daughter is just, it just hits. That's powerful. That's some powerful music. That's powerful art right there.
Bro. And then Brandy raps. Brandy raps and it sounds incredible. It's not cringy. The instrumental is insane. The violin, it's like a weird sounding violin, but the violin in the background.
At number 30, oh, never mind, we're in the 20s now, my bad. At number 29, we have Donnie Out the Way by Smino. I don't even need to say anything about that. At number 28, we have Single AF by Fouché. At number 27, we have Righteous by Juice WRLD. It didn't hit me like a ton of bricks, but I felt it, bro. I definitely felt it. And the mixing on this sounds beautiful. Although I would have preferred if there were no trap drums, like no drums at all. But other than that, this is really good. It's really good. His vocals are mixed really well. His singing voice sounds really nice on this one, which is why I would have preferred if there were no trap drums. At number 26, we have Fetus by Mine. Man, what did he say? He said we could have a baby girl. But what kind of person am I if I bring him in this world? That's a crazy thought. What am I looking at? What do I keep looking at? The fact that Groggs is on here on a track about starting a family, and he left behind a family. But the fact that he's on here posthumously talking about his family, bro, it's just tough. At number 25, we have In Good Hands by Navy Blue. We're almost done. Bear with me, but this song, right? This entire album, but this song in particular, the instrumental is really nice, really warm, uplifting in a sense. I won't say it's inviting, but it's definitely like you're sitting down and having a conversation with him. That's what it feels like. And, it's talking about his past, what he went through to get to where he is, how he got to where he is, all the different people that he had to let go of and what kind of people he needed in his life. Ka's verse, though, I need to get into Ka more. Yeah, this is the first verse I've heard from Ka, like, ever. But it's amazing. It's an amazing verse, really. It's great storytelling. The rhyme scheme is crazy. The flow is on point. We're on number 24, Guard Your Heart by Big Sean. At number 23, we have Campbell by Red Veil. Perfectly captures, that sense of relief and that sense of optimism, the brightness of youth. There's a lot to go through before you even get up to that point where you're just like, bro, life is great right now. And there's a lot of times where I feel like that. Wow, I really got here. This is incredible. You're just looking around. Everything looks beautiful. Everything's bright and sunny, and there's no cares in the world at all. And you reflect on those things that you cared about, and you're like, wow, they're really nothing compared to this. Like, why was I living that way? I could be living this way. I could be living the Campbell way, eating, chicken soup until my stomach can't take it anymore. Number 22 is Prices by Lil Uzi Vert. Number 21 is Dragon Ball Do-Rag by Thundercat. It's very playful, very fun to listen to. Lyrics are hilarious. Number 20 is Celebration by Logic. At number 19, we have Accepting My Flaws by Future. At number 18, we have Church by Overcast. I don't know, it's just something about the transition between the keys pitching up and pitching down in between verses. Is like, it just gets me every time. But yeah, the storytelling is great on here too. At number 17, we have Claws by Charlie XCX. Definitely invokes emotion, a lot of emotion. It's a song you can dance to, but it's also like it's low-key a sad song, bro. You can get in your feels with this one. At number 16, we have After Party by Don Toliver. At number 15, we have Clouded by Brent Faiyaz.
I gave it all for fantasy. Is anybody gonna remember me? If I go tonight, I doubt the world will change. I just pray they don't forget my name. If the game rules, I can't lose. When it's all said and done, will I still be cool? Spend like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. How much I'ma spend profiling? She come in and compliment my closet.
I can't say that line because my parents watch my videos.
We did, you won't believe me. Now I'm at the anyway. At number 14, we have "Peace" by Taylor Swift. Good. This song is fantastic. I only just listened to her Folklore album like a week ago, but for the first time a week ago, and yeah, I haven't voluntarily listened to Taylor Swift in 3 years, but that Folklore album is really, really good, especially "Peace," bro. Peace and Betty. Yeah, Exile too. Those are my favorites. And Hoax. Pretty much every song, but those are my favorites. And the one where she's talking about Pennsylvania is beneath her. She's in a tree. She's high up in a tree. Pennsylvania is beneath her. I don't remember what the song was called. Yeah, "Peace" by Taylor Swift. I love how low-key this is, but her vocals really shine on this one. Number 13 is 1238 by Childish Gambino. Number 12 is Something to Rap About by Freddie Gibbs. Number 11 is Tipsy by Chloe and Halle. Hey, listen, right? I showed somebody my list the other day, and they were like,
But "Do It" is a good song.
and I was like,
But Tipsy, bro. But Tipsy. Have you listened to Tipsy? You gotta listen to the whole album.
now, "Do It" is a good song, right? Don't get me wrong. "Forgive Me" is a great song, and "Forgive Me" was originally gonna go on here, and I was sort of fighting with myself, trying to decide which one would go, because they're both like equally good songs, but I ended up picking Tipsy just because it's an accurate song. It's about killing dudes over cheating, but you know, not something I would really advocate for. But in this case, we're advocating for it.
I'ma be a little tipsy.
Oh my god. Yo, when I listen to the song. She'll take you to the afterlife, boy, if you ain't acting right. That's what she said. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty, because this was like the hardest thing to do ever in my entire life. Well, because this year I actually put some effort into making my list. We're at the top 10 of the year of 2020, the worst year to ever exist. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I physically strained myself to get this done. I'm gonna get into it. Y'all ready? 10, 8, 5, 3, 0. All right, number 10 is "Moth" by Dua Soleil. Man, Dua Soleil is such a great artist, man. You know what's funny? I got put onto her by Moses Sumney on Twitter. I don't go on Twitter anymore. And he was like posting different kinds of indie artists, and I just happened to click on Dua Soleil, "Moth," and I was like, I was confused at first because the song starts out a little weird, but then when the bass hit, I was like, whoa. What? The song is incredible. The production, incredible. Her vocals, incredible. The auto-tune, smooth. Yeah, "I Wear the Stink of the Flowers." That's hard. Number 9, we have "One Way Flight" by Benny the Butcher.
The Butcher coming.
The vocal sample is gorgeous. Benny the Butcher's rapping is amazing. Freddie Gibbs on the hook. Don't really see Freddie Gibbs as a hook man, but he dominates on this hook. And I was scared because I thought he just was on the hook and didn't have a verse, but like they waited 30 seconds to give him a verse near the end of the song. At number 8, we have "Walking in the Snow." Now, as I mentioned in the Q&A video, "Walking in the Snow" is one of my favorite tracks of the year. I love it so much, it ended up being in my top 10. I can't really speak too much on the politics of the song because, you know, I didn't really analyze it to that degree, but I will say that this is definitely one of the greatest songs of this year, bro. At number 7, we have "Cut Me" by Moses Sumney. I was just talking about Moses Sumney, how he put me on to Dua Soleil, but "Cut Me," I didn't listen to his album that he dropped this year. I apologize. You can clown me if you want, but I'm just now getting into Moses Sumney, so relax. "Cut Me" was the first song I heard from him, and I've been hooked ever since. Might not be healthy for me, but seemingly I need. What cuts me? I don't know what cuts him. Oh, I guess what isn't healthy. Yeah, Cut Me is amazing. I love the instrumental transitions. I love how the instrumental, like, it just transforms throughout the song. It doesn't stay the same at all. And by the end, you have almost a totally different song, but it's the same song. It's the same tempo. And number 6, we have Posthumous Forgiveness by Tame Impala. It's exactly what the song title suggests. It's about him forgiving his father who passed away. I recall there being a beat switch, but I'm not entirely sure. But I do know that this song was very intense. His vocals sounded really nice. He was like going off with the singing, and the synths in the beginning were like hitting with the drums. It was crazy. Now we're getting into the top 5. I'm gonna stop here. I'm ending the video. No, I'm playing. If you watched it up until this point, you deserve a break as much as I do, but I'm not gonna take a break. I'm just gonna allow you to pause the video so you can go ahead and get whatever snack you may need. I mean, you could always go get the snack if you're watching this on your phone. You can always go get the snack while you're watching this video. Then you can pause it and go get a snack, go get a drink. I recommend water strongly. You ready? You got your snack? You got your water? Or whatever drink you may have? All right, cool. We're getting into it. Top 5 of 2020. You ready? We're getting into it. At number 5, we have Nothing Compares by The Weeknd. This song is just so lush with the synths, and his vocals just go over so smoothly. It's so pleasing to the ear. The drums are so pleasing to the ear. Everything about this song just hits home in a different way. The electric guitar towards the end of the song. And the crazy thing is, this was a part of the deluxe version for After Hours, and it made it to the top 5. Does he miss? Can he miss? I don't know. Number 4, we have Good News by Mac Miller. Don't get me wrong, right? So I'm gonna start off by being honest, right? Because that's what I aim to do. I wasn't a huge fan of the song at first. Mainly, let's not have my computer go to sleep, please. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Do not go to sleep. Thank you. Wow, it went to sleep anyway. I wasn't a huge fan of the song when I first heard it, right? But as I kept listening to it and I kept hearing it, I was like, wow, this really hits home. Like, he knew what was going on. Like, I mean, of course, he kind of had to know what was going on. He knew he could become distant. He knew that he had bad habits, which makes it even harder to listen to, because if he was that aware, it's like, why didn't he get help? As far as how it sounds, the mixing is very meticulous on this one. The strings sound beautiful. His voice sounds really well mixed. It's so isolated. It's really comforting, but also alarming at the same time, because like I said, why, if he was aware of all these things that he was going through and all these things that, you know, were kept passing through his head, then why didn't he just, you know, ask for help? Top number 3 is All Praises Due to Allah by Jay Electronica. Filled is so much sorrow. Just one of those tracks that, you know, you just accept it and move on kind of thing, but you still have your moment to heal, to cope. And that's what this song is. Scrolling through text messages, like, these are the only way I have of even remotely communicating with you now, because you're gone. You've passed away, and now all I can do, since I can't really talk to you, all I can do is just scroll through our messages, and that's so sad. He's talking about his religion throughout his verse, but then it goes back to the hook where Jay-Z says, I got numbers on my phone that I'll never text again. I got numbers on my phone that'll never ping again. I screenshot them, so I got them. I don't want this thing to end. You feel more of a spiritual connection through the reading the text messages than any religion that you may believe in, and that's crazy. Numero 2, we have Mirage by Quelle Chris. This is off of his Innocent Country 2 album, which is the sequel to Innocent Country. The entirety of this song goes. It does. It's 6 minutes. It's nearly 7 minutes. It doesn't get boring. Of course, if you're gonna make a song that long, of course you gotta give it some momentum. And I like how it doesn't have like a solid hook. It sounds so broken. You made it out of whatever potentially bad situation you may have been in before, but now you still have a ways to go. And this song is that journey. And the spoken word piece perfectly reinforces that idea. The background vocals from Meryl Jerbius, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Choir for the journey. The background music for the journey. That's literally what this is. I know I said the top 10 was probably the most physically straining part of this list to form, but this number one song right here that I'm about to announce was the easiest decision out of this entire list. I had already decided what my number one was going to be before I even finished the list. And for number one of my top songs of 2020, top 50 songs of 2020, we have Forever Dropping Tears by Conway the Machine. This is the best written Conway song I've heard in a good minute. The instrumental, first of all, is so otherworldly. It's so open, it's so spacious. It perfectly fits what he's talking about. Like, he's taking you through his life. He's taking you like on a journey through his life, but he's talking about specific events that, affected him greatly. And without those events happening, he wouldn't be where he is now. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for these people. I wouldn't have learned these things that I know now if I hadn't, unfortunately lost those people. On his first verse, he's talking about a childhood friend that he had that always used to hype him up and always used to encourage him to keep writing and keep rapping. Then on the second verse, he gets to more recent events where DJ Shay, he was a big part of Griselda's movement. He died not too long ago from COVID-19. He talks about how their relationship and how DJ Shay encouraged him to keep rapping after he got shot in the back of his head and his face became all twisted up. He didn't want to continue rapping anymore, and DJ Shay got him back on his feet. And then the clip of a DJ Shay interview at the end where he talks about the Griselda camp, it really just like topped it all off. That clip at the end, although it takes up like a minute and 30 seconds of the song, it like really ties it together nicely. That is all for this video. I'm pretty satisfied with this list. I won't say I'm completely satisfied because I feel like I could have still shifted some more songs around, but there's always room for improvement. If you're not satisfied, make your own. That's it for this top 50 songs of 2020 video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Until next time, I'm out. Either for the next 3 weeks or the next 3 months. The next video will be up soon. I don't know what it'll be on, but it'll be on something. Drink more water, as always. And yeah. Bye. That's me. I'm done. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I finished.